Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is what I'm calling my Bee Happy Bag. And as you can see, there is a reason for it being a Bee Happy Bag. And it's quite sweet. It's one that you would put little treats in, or actually maybe quite big treats. It is a box that measures 4¼ by 7½ by 1½ inches, which in metric is 10½ by 4 by 19 centimetres, so that's the finished size of it. So I'm going to do the stamping first and then the box afterwards, because it's kind of all about stamping, this particular project. So to do the tag you need 2 pieces of cardstock. This one was Daffodil Delight. I'm working with Hello Honey this time because, you know, it's bees, it's honey. So this one is 2 by 5 inches, which is 5 by 12½ centimetres, and this is 2 by 4 7/8 of an inch. So it's 1/8 of an inch shorter, so that is 5 by 12 centimetres, so only half an inch, half a centimetre, and that's so that I can offset it. I'm going to do my tag topper punching first, and I love this one. So punch the tops, scoop onto the floor, I'm going to hoover later, round the corners, and land those bits in your lap. Anybody else do that? Just shove stuff on the floor and then hoover it up afterwards? Yep. No, just me. That's okay. Right, black stays on ink. I'm using the Sweet Stuff stamp set. I can't say it. Sweet Stuff stamp set. This is a tongue twister. And I'm using these ones. I'm using the Bee Happy, and then the Sunny Flower. So I'm going to use the black stays on because I'm working on Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp the flower down at the bottom of the tag part. It's not bad, it's not brilliant. I'm going to have a bee over here, and I'm going to have the Bee Happy, which I'm going to put that over there so I can definitely cut round it. And then I've got markers this time, so I've got the Hello Honey, but I've also got Mossy Meadow because that's the other new in colour. My brain has gone. It's the in colour that's this year. So Hello Honey and Mossy Meadow, as well as Lost Lagoon, Blackberry Bliss and Tangelo Twist. So I'm just going to colour in his face, and I'm going to colour in the shadow part of the lettering. And then I'm going to do the bee, so I'm going to do his face first, and then I'm going to do the spare stripe and his little wings. And then my Mossy Meadow, just to do these. And the reason I've chosen these colours is because we obviously sell them in packs. This one was Garden Green and Daffodil Delight, but if you buy your pens and inks and things like that in packs, then I figured that you might have bought in colours. There was logic there. Right, 1 inch punch for the bee. Yes, you are going to cut off a tiny little bit of his zigzaggy bit, but that's okay. The large oval punch for around the Bee Happy. And then this spare bit here is for the 1¼ inch scallop circle that's going to back the bee, and also for the scallop oval, which is going to back the wording. Now I'm going to do some sponging, and if you haven't seen this tip before, you will often see me using the sponge and ink pads. This is Hello Honey as well, and I will go dip, 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 and then sponge around it. But because our markers are full of the same colour ink, and well, actually the same ink, you can stroke the side of your marker, the thick end, onto a sponge, which covers it in ink, and you get exactly the same result as if I had dipped straight into that ink. So if I'd gone like that, I'd have got, basically it is exactly the same result. Doesn't make a difference. So if you haven't got the inks, if you have started out by maybe just buying the markers, you can still do this. Or you could even take your marker and just come around the edge. It doesn't get the same brushed effect, but you still do get a little tipped edge. So markers, very versatile. Let's put that ink away. Okay, let's lift everything up on dimensionals. So I'm going to do these ones first. I do like it if I can have punches that nest. And I like the sort of the florally kind of look. We put some dimensionals on here as well. And I'm going to be offsetting this so it's on the left hand side, which means when you turn it over it's the right hand side. So, oh, I picked up loads of dimensionals then. Too many. And when I'm offsetting this, I want to make sure it lines up at the top but is offset at the bottom. So there you go, you can see I've got a little border there. And then mini glue dots, because I don't want these lifted up anymore. So just on the left hand side, so I can put my Be Happy there. And on the right hand side of this one, so I can put that there. Got my Hello Honey ribbon, so I'm going to tie a freestanding bow. And I'm told you make bunny ears. That's the tip with bows. When you're not tying them round something, you make bunny ears. Oh look, yes you do. Oh, it's a perfect bow. Yay. Somebody said to me recently, why didn't I just make my bows before I filmed the video? I don't make... Oh! Shouting outside. I don't make my bows before I film my videos, A, because it's not real, because that would be cheating, and the reality is I am rubbish at bows, and also because in reality I wouldn't be any better even if the camera wasn't on me. I wouldn't tie a bow any faster whether the camera was on me or not. So there we go. Okay, let's clear the desk and make this box and maybe uncover my notes. So to make the box bag, need a piece of designer series paper or card if you wanted to do that, that measures 9 by 12 inches, which is 23 by 30.5 centimetres. And turn the paper over and turn my scoring tool over. How silly. Okay, where's my scoring tool? I've lost it. This is what happens when you go back-to-back filming. There we go. Long side at the top, and with the side out that you want. So I do want the stripes. I don't want that shape. I want the stripes. Long side, 4 1/4 inches, 5 3/4, 10 and 11.5 inches, which in metric you're scoring at 10.5, 14.5, 25 and 29, and then turn it round and score it once at 1.5, which is 4 centimetres. Dead easy. Okay, let's fold these score lines. Burnish them if you want to. It depends on whether you're using cardstock or paper. And then, oops, trim down a little bit. So when you look at the bottom, and obviously the bottom is where you've done your scoring, there's wider score line gaps and then there's a small one, so it's the small one you want to remove. And this is basically, it's the same sort of principle as a milk carton style box. So just removing one little bottom corner, cutting up the other score lines, because this will create the base. And then, because this is a paper to paper box, I can use snail on this. You can, if you're doing cards, if you're doing paper to paper, snail works perfectly. If you're doing paper to card, it will work. So if you're making a card and sticking paper to card, it will work. If you're doing card to card, you need something stronger. So that's my rule of thumb. Paper to paper, snail's fine. Card to card, no, you want sticky strip. Okie doke. Holes in the top. Now it depends on how big your gift is inside as to how far you put your hole. You can see I've got mine quite a long way down, and actually it's the full length of this handheld punch. But if you've got something longer, just punch your holes higher up. This one is the 1/4 inch punch, which is 6.4 millimetres, and I'm just going to grip Nothing scientific about it whatsoever. I'm going to go in as far as I can, punch the holes, and that's gone through both sides. Feed in my ribbon. And if anybody watched my Pandora style bag video, I loved the close of that bag. I just thought it was gorgeous how the Pandora girls closed it. So I'm going to do the same here. So you come in, so hopefully you're seeing straight down on that, so you've got ribbon pulling through both sides. This one is my front, so I'm going to come over the top and in through the back of what is going to be the front. So can you see that? So when you pull it tight and you tie your bow, your wibbly bow, because I lost hold of that, appears to be suspended in the middle of nowhere, but actually it's closing your box up. Gorgeous, huh? I loved it. I was fascinated by the way this girl closed that bag up for me. There we go. And then the tag goes on the front, whether you want to put snail, sticky strip, whatever you fancy on. I'm going to put some snail on. You can put dimensionals to lift it up. Pop it on there. And that is my Be Happy bag. One in Hello Honey and one in Daffodil Delight. And I hope you like it. And you can put all sorts of decorations on yours. It doesn't have to be the Be Happy, anything you fancy, but I like it. And I love the two different yellows. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.